Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and happy October. So today I'm going to be doing this clown look for Halloween. It's going to be full makeup look. So the products I'm going to be using for this look I bought from my local Halloween store, and I'm not sure if this store is nationwide, but it's called Spirits, and this is what the logo looks like. So I'm going to show you quickly what I got from the store and what I'm going to be using on my face today. This color palette, and I know that I want to do a pink clown look, so I got this paint specifically for the pink and for the white, and now that I'm looking at it I realize there's no black, but I'm sure I'll be able to work with some items that I already have in my makeup collection to incorporate some black in there. So the next thing I got are these eyelashes, and all the prices for all these items will be in the description box. I will add that there. But they're like these pink, they kind of look red, but they're, I guess they could be pinkish red, whatever. I wanted these really fun lashes to go in the look. And lastly, I bought these rainbow socks. These are socks, but I'm gonna try to cut the ends off and make gloves out of them because I think they'll be even cooler as gloves. And that's it. I also, for my own personal collection, I'm gonna be using these 3 glitters. They're from the company J-Cat. I'm also going to be using some makeup sponges because for all the paint in the haul that the little mini haul I just did, all the paint in there basically, I don't want to ruin my regular brushes, so I'm going to just be using some makeup sponges that I have. Okay guys, so that completes all the products that I'm going to be using, so let's get started. Okay, so 2 side notes. 1, I'm not naked. I have a bandeau top on. And 2, I'm going to have this look sped up and I'm going to do a voiceover on it. That's my favorite kind of makeup tutorial video, whatever, to do because I personally enjoy watching those type of videos. I really don't like talking to the camera. I get really weird talking in front of the camera. So I'd rather just be in the zone. And on top of that, I'm also going to wing this look. I really don't know what direction it's going to go. So yeah, I'm going to definitely just do a voiceover and sped up, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. If you don't like that, or if you like other types of videos, just comment below what your favorite type of YouTube videos are to watch or what you enjoy. So let's get started. Okay guys, so this is the inspiration that I got the look from. I just found these pictures on Pinterest. So there are a couple looks I wanted to go by, just as a guideline. So I'm starting off with my Mario Badescu spray, and I'm just spritzing that all over my face. That's the cucumber scented one, and it's really cooling, really refreshing on the lips. And then I'm just taking some moisturizer on my lips as well, just to condition my lips for when I get ready to put on some lipstick. Okay, so next I'm taking my Smashbox Photo Finish primer. I'm just putting that all over my face for smooth application. And just blending that all over my face, down my neck as well. Okay, so next I'm going to take a very small amount of my True Match foundation in the color Nut. I'm going to take a very small amount and kind of dot it over my face, and that's just to even out my skin tone a little bit. I know I have a lot of dark spots, but I didn't want to put too much of the foundation on because I'm doing a clown look. I wanted to have like a pale type of complexion, so I didn't want to overdo it with my foundation, which is my skin tone. So next I'm taking that color trio from the Halloween store that I showed you in the beginning of the video, and I'm going to start off with the white color on a makeup sponge, and I'm just going to spray my sponge with water and dot that all over my face. Now the finish that I'm going for is like a white cast type of look. I didn't want to be completely white. I just wanted to look like my skin tone was a little bit paler. So I'm just dotting that over my face, blending that out as well, just to give it like a white cast type of look. So looking back on the footage, I probably could have went a little bit paler, a little bit more white, but it ended up turning out okay, and I'm okay with that. And I'm just putting a little bit extra on my eyelids just to give my eyelids a base for the shadows that I'm going to be placing on my lids. Also going to be blending that down a bit. This part is going to end up getting covered up, so you don't have to put a whole lot on your neck, but just something to lay down as a base. You can go ahead and put a little bit there on your neck. Okay, so next I'm taking my Ruby Kisses powder in the shade Banana. And again, I'm just wanting to create like a white cast or a pale cast on my face. So I'm dotting that all over my face to set the white paint that I just put over my face. And there I'm creasing. I really need to find out the best regimen for me to prevent my creasing, but in this look it really didn't matter. It's going to be covered up with eyeshadow anyways, but my creasing is terrible. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just kind of wipe away the extra powder on my face. Kind of blending it out at the same time as well, but making sure I don't have any excess powder on my face. Then I'm going to be taking a little bit more of the Ruby Kisses mixed in with my Fit Me powder in the shade Medium. And I'm just placing that over my eyebrows and my eyelids. Also a little bit under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, middle of my forehead, and on my chin. So next I'm taking that pink shade, and I'm going to be doing my eyebrows in this portion here. Basically just carving out some really sharp, really rounded tipped, well not tipped, but I guess the front part. I'm going to be rounding that out a lot and just making it kind of like a theatrical kind of eyebrow. I still wanted to be very sexy as well, so I did give it a really sharp arch, but the front part is really rounded. So that's why it was really important for me to put powder over my eyebrows, because I wanted them to be muted out as much as possible and flat as possible. So I packed a bunch of powder on top of there so that when I put the cream on top, they'll smooth down really nicely. Now I'm just filling in the front part a little bit more just to make sure they're even. They're both the same length. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to take my BH Cosmetic color palette, and I'm going to be taking a hot pink color on my eyebrows just to set the eyebrows for the cream paint that we put on there. So I'm just going to be filling that in with a eyeshadow brush and just making sure it's nice and covered. Okay, so next I'm going to be taking my Age Rewind concealer, and I'm going to be putting that all over my lid as a base for my eyeshadows that I'm going to be placing on my lids. Just blending that out with my finger all over the lid from the lash line to the brow bone. Okay, and now I'm going to be setting it with my Fit Me powder in the color medium once again. And then I'm going to take that same hot pink eyeshadow I use on my eyebrows. I'm going to be blending that out from the inner corner of my eyes. I'm going pretty high up above my crease because I want this look to be all over the eyelid, and we're only going to be going on the eyelid with 3 different colors and then 1 brown bone color. So it's not going to be very complex. First I started out with the hot pink, now moving forward with a just basic purple color. It's a true purple, and I'm putting that right next to the hot pink. For right now, I'm not going to blend these colors. I'm just going to place these 2 colors on there, on my lid, and then I'll blend after. As you can see, I purposely left a little bit of space in between the purple and the pink, so I have room to blend and merge the 2 colors together. So now I'm taking a clean fluffy brush and I'm just going back and forth between the 2 colors so that they can blend seamlessly together. Taking some of the pink left over on the brush and pushing it over to the purple, and then taking some purple pushing it over to the pink that was left over on the brush. And then going back and forth with the fluffy blending brush and blending those 2 colors together. You just gotta keep going back and forth between the 2 colors and the fluffy blending brush until you got it blended to perfection, basically. You don't want to make it look like you can see where one color stops and the other color starts. So now I'm taking a very deep purple color and I'm blending that out onto the outer corner, but on the outer edges I'm gonna make those lines really sharp and make it look like a cat eye effect. But I still want to keep it blended between the regular purple and the dark purple. So using the fluffy brush got a little bit complicated, so I went in with a small detail brush and I used that to clean up the sharp edges I wanted to have on the outer portions of the eyeshadow. So doing the same thing on the other eye, I blended out the dark purple and then I used the detail brush to sharpen out the cat eye effect. Okay, so next I'm taking a black and I just wanted to deepen up the outer corner of my eye just to give it more detail and dimension, and just blended that out on the corners as you can see. And I took the purple brush that I used for the dark purple color and I just blended that out with that brush. Also went back in with the regular purple color and blended that out there as well. Okay, so next I'm taking my flat shader brush and I'm taking the 2 top colors on my Cinderella palette. I will link these colors below, but I'm using that as a brown bone color, brown bone highlight, just to give some shimmer up there. Okay, so next I'm going back in with that regular purple color. I'm blending that out on my lower lash line, on the left and right eye. Okay, and I'm taking some hot pink as well and blending that out in the inner corner too. So going back in with the regular purple, I'm blending that a bit more with the blending brush, and then I'm taking that same exact blending brush and I'm blending out some hot pink under my eye. So I wanted this to be a dramatic pink effect, kind of like the inspiration I got from the other pictures that I showed in the beginning. I just wanted like a pink kind of cast underneath my eye. So I'm just blending that all out all over my under eye. Okay, so taking that regular purple color, I'm kind of merging the two hot pink and purple colors together and just blending that down a bit. And I'm also taking some more of that shimmery highlight color and I'm putting that in my inner corner. Okay, and next I'm taking a black eyeliner and I'm lining my lower lash line. Okay, so with the same exact black eyeliner, I'm going to take that on my lips. I'm just going to line my lips. I'm going to do a theatrical kind of a lip. I wanted the points of my lips to be very pointed instead of doing them rounded like they naturally are. And I kind of overlined my lips in this portion as well. Okay, so I'm taking the liner and I'm making one line extending out from the corner of my lip onto my cheek. I'm bringing that back down around my lower lash line to the next corner and I'm extending it out on my cheek as well, just to make it look like I have a permanent smile on my face. Okay, so with the liner, I filled that all in, and now I'm just focusing on the line of my lip, making sure it's kind of blended and just perfectly, lined straight. Making sure there's no choppy lines. So next I'm taking the ColourPop liquid lipstick in Clueless and I'm putting that all over my regular lip portions, blending that out. But then as you can see later on, after it's blended on my lip, I'm going outside of my lip line, my natural lip line, and I'm making sure it matches up with the new lip line that I created with the black liner. So just so that it's blended all around. So here you can see me going outside of my lip line on the corners of my lips and just making sure it's kind of blended outside of there as well. Okay, so next I'm taking some of that white cream and I'm taking that on my lips just to blend it out to give like a little bit of a highlight there. And then I'm going to take some black eyeshadow and I'm going to set and also fill in the lines that I put on my lips. I want to make sure they're sharp and they are consistent, so I'm kind of making sure they're consistent and sharp as well as filling them in and setting them with the black eyeshadow. So next I'm going to be drawing the triangles above my eyebrows like most clowns have. I'm starting from like the beginning of the brow to the end of the brow, and I'm just going to draw triangles from there, kind of above the arch. I'm also going to do like a swirl coming out from the outer corner of my eye, just like a swirl going upwards. Gonna bring that back down. I'm gonna do one pointed tip going downward from that same corner, and then I'm gonna bring that back down and do another triangle under my eye like most clowns have. So I went ahead and draw the same outline on the other eye, and here I am just filling it in with black eyeshadow. When filling this in, I also shaped out the arch of my eyebrow just so it won't get lost in that black triangle above the eyebrow. Now I'm just going to fill in all of these shapes on each eye. So when filling in this part of my under eye triangle, I am leaving a little bit of space from the lash line to the tip of the triangle, and I'm going to be blending out the purple color from the tip to my lash line, as you can see right here. Doing the same thing on the other eye. Just doing a little bit of blending with the purple. And going back in with that angled brush and filling it in with more black. So next I'm taking some hot pink eyeshadow and I'm carving out my cheeks just a little bit with my fluffy blending brush. Also going to be taking that on my forehead as well and blending out some hot pink from the top of my forehead. I'm also going to be taking my big fluffy facial brush and I'm going to be blending that out. Now I'm just taking a makeup sponge and I'm carving out my jawline, and then I'm going to be adding some more powder, and this is my banana powder by Ruby Kisses. I'm going to be putting that on the high points of my face, just the places that you would normally highlight. Next, I'm taking the other end of that fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to kind of do like a nose contour in pink eyeshadow. Now I'm taking my hot pink eyelashes, and I'm just applying that to my lash line. Now applying the other lashes. Okay, so once I have those on, I'm going to wipe off the white paint. And I'm going to take that paint and start getting ready to draw the neck design that I had on my neck in my décolleté. I started out with this this eyeshadow brush, but it really wasn't doing that well. So I used my fingers to get the initial outline of what I wanted. And I'll kind of just let you watch as a reference as to how I did this. But basically I started off with 3 white lines. And it began to be easier, basically what I'm trying to say, when I used my fingers. Because my fingers were warming up the paint and it made it easier to work with. But basically I start off with 3 white lines, and then the parts that are not white, I'm going to fill in with pink. As I'm marking down where I want the lines to be, I make them a little bit more thick. Okay, next I'm warming up the pink paint, and I'm kind of placing where I want that pink paint to be. And then I take a flat eyeshadow brush and I begin to kind of draw in straight lines, just so it's like a cleaner look for the collar design. Now because I warmed up the paint with my fingers, using a brush this time made it a lot easier. And once I got it all filled in, I went back to my finger and I filled in the entire pink area. Okay, at this point, anything I had to clean up or add, I did that. I used another brush for the white portions, but I'm just cleaning up everything, making sure it's all sharp. Oh, and I messed up. I usually just wipe that away and put the white where it was supposed to be. Okay, so I definitely saw that I needed to add a little bit more lines, so I began to fill those parts in where it needed more lines, and using the same techniques as I've been using. Anytime I went in with a brush, I went over it with my finger just to get rid of those brush strokes and make it a more smooth kind of looking application. And then here I just added more pink lines. Now I will say working with this paint was a little bit more difficult. It's like a cream based paint. I would have loved to work with a paint that was more like water based or just like liquid paint. So I just continue to fill that in with my fingers. So here I am just blending out the extra powder that was left over on my face. Then I went ahead and blended out the rest of the pink eyeshadow. And then I added mascara on my lower lash line. Now I'm just adding a nose on top of my nose. I went ahead and used my finger. I just used the pink cream paint and made like a circular shape for a clown nose, and then I used the black to outline it. And then later on you'll see me adding like a white type of a sheen look just to give it some dimension. And to do that I used the white eyeshadow. It really didn't show up that great, so I just used the paint to go over top of that. So then I sprayed my face with my all-nighter spray by Urban Decay. And then here in this next clip you'll see me just touching up some of the white. It wasn't really blended that great after a couple of minutes, so I just wanted to make sure there was no breakups in the paint. So now I'm adding mixing medium onto the pink parts of my collar design one by one. First I applied it with my finger, and then I got any object that I can get my hands on just so I can dry it and make it a little bit more tacky. And then I used pink glitter. Any pink glitter will work fine. Mine is from JCat, and it's just their pink glitter. I used a big fluffy brush and I just applied that all over the pink lines on my collar design. So I did that one by one for each of the pink areas on my collar design. Just repeating the same steps on the last two pink areas as I did on the other ones. Okay, and then I'm also wanted to make a glitter design on my eyebrows, so I went ahead and put some more Fix Plus. I'm sorry, I keep wanting to say Fix Plus. Mixing medium on my brows, and then I added the glitter. So I didn't think it had enough glitter, so I ended up adding a little bit more glitter underneath my eyes where the triangles were. I added pink and purple on this area. Okay, so next I just took my rainbow socks. I cut off the top, and then on the sides I added another small hole, and I just made these to use as gloves. Alright guys, so that completes my sexy clown Halloween look. If you guys enjoy Halloween costume makeup, let me know and I'll do definitely some more. I had a lot of fun creating this look for you guys, so give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more, and thank you so much for watching.